Hello world, it's Gary Gerhalski again. Wanted to give you my first week experiences on the carnivore diet and give you an update of where I'm at. Before I begin, I wanted to thank everyone who reached out to me with the supportive comments and well wishes after my first video. It really meant a lot to me and gave me motivation to stay on track. Well, I started the diet at 328 pounds. After week one, I am down to 317.9 pounds. So right around a 10-pound loss over the first week. Feels great. Great first week start. And I think a lot had to do with it is obviously the carnivore diet, but also that from never doing any exercise really for the last 6 months, I did 16.3 miles of walking over the week. So really got out there early in the morning, got out there sometimes in the heat, but was able to get myself moving, and I know that had a lot to do with it as well. Probably the 4 top things that I noticed after being on the diet is I have outstanding energy. I'm energized from when I wake up till I go to bed. I'm more focused at work, and it's really a good feeling. It's almost like I haven't felt this good in like 10 years. Second one is, with eating all the meat that I have, I've been focusing mainly on steak and eggs, and no real hunger pangs after Thursday. The beginning was a little rough as I transitioned to the diet, eliminated all Diet Coke, all sugar. But once I got on the meat, I'm not hungry. And I've also been fasting. So I've been eating 1 meal a day. My eating window is 12 p.m. To 2 p.m. And I just eat then, and then I'm done. Also, one of the other good benefits is on Friday night, for the first time since I can remember, I actually slept through the night without even waking up to go to the bathroom. Just went right through from 10 p.m. Down to 6 a.m. and I was up feeling great, which is a really good thing. That knows I'm actually probably got some good sleep for the first time in a long time. And lastly, a little bit embarrassing, but I had absolutely no gas for the first time in a while. It was really strange. I just feel good from the food I'm digesting. I'm not bloated. I don't feel sick. So really some good first week results, and I'm really excited to continue on. And a couple of things that I'm doing to stay motivated. This channel is definitely helping me to stay motivated on the diet, because I know I have to come each week and report to you. But the other one that I had is I really wanted to, I've been reinforcing what I know by one of the books that I have here. And the book is the Carnivore Code by Paul Saladino. Kind of what I would refer to as a Bible of really laying the foundation of why the carnivore diet works, why it is good for humans, and it kind of gives some guidelines as you go through it. A couple of the things that I was struck by it initially was the fact that he talks about the human beings having a very acidic stomach. So the pH scale goes from 0 to 14, and we are right around 101.5 on that scale, which is very acidic. And he talks about that being proof of the fact that we have evolved to be primarily meat eaters. And that's why we have developed such a strong acidity in our stomach. Really compelling to me through that. The other compelling point that I found as a theme throughout most of the book is that the plants and vegetables that we consume as Americans, many of them inherently have defense mechanisms, because as a plant in the wild, as they evolved, they didn't want to get eaten by all the animals. So they developed chemicals and defense mechanisms so that when they would eat it, it would make an animal feel sick. And part of me thinks is that some of the reason with the high carbohydrate diets and all the gut problems that people have, the constipation, the gut aches and everything through a lot of that maybe has something to do with it. But those were a couple of the compelling items from that book. But definitely, if you're thinking of joining me on this mission, I would highly recommend picking up that as one of the books. And I feel like when I just read it and reread it, it adds motivation and validation to what I'm trying to do here. So I just wanted to share that with you. And then also I wanted to tell you that I did have one instant during the week where I had a moment of weakness. And it was on Tuesday night in. I thought about doing this video without sharing that, but I talked about in the first video of how addicted I was to food and to sugar and to caffeine. And I said to myself, I was sitting around the house on Tuesday evening and I said, you know, one bowl of cereal isn't going to kill me. And I said, and in a moment of weakness, I went and I got the bowl of cereal, which turned into 2 bowls of cereal, which turned into some goldfish and turned into a Coca-Cola. And I sat there after I did it so angry with myself and said, how could you possibly do that? You know what I mean? And I remembered to myself that compulsion to grab that sugar and grab that caffeine is really great. And I'm not proud that happened to me, and I'm not proud of how it turned into kind of a little bit of a binge. But it was a reminder to me of why I'm doing it. And I can tell you, as soon as I ate it, felt sicker than a dog. And it really, I'm not proud that it happened, but I think it was really helpful to me, because I look back and I'm like, that didn't taste good. That didn't do me any good. And by the time I got to the end of the week and still saw that I was able to have still gotten the 10-pound loss, even with that trip up, pretty proud of myself that I was able to come back and not devolve back into my old habits completely. And really looking forward to the next week. This next week, I am planning on trying to start some weightlifting too. I felt after the first couple of days of walking, and then I thought of lifting weights, the first couple of days we're walking were, especially going, 4 miles on a couple of occasions, just completely wiped out and exhausted. Not an excuse, but definitely gonna hit the weight room as well coming up this next week. If you like the video, if you like following me, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the notification bells and continue to support with me, and maybe tell a friend. Okay, but love it and look forward to checking in with you guys the next week. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.